guys, it's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today we're going to be doing another Get Ready With Me video featuring the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I've already done one look, and I'm going to be doing a second look with this palette, and what I've been kind of doing is taking this little pamphlet that comes in the box, and I've been kind of following. They have 3 different looks that you can create. So last time I created the soft and sweet look, so I will link that up here if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. And so today I thought we would do the rich and creamy look. So I thought this would be a fun way for me to play with my palettes and get more use out of them. I really do love this palette. I think it's totally worth it, and it is limited edition, so if you want it, you may want to check into it sooner rather than later. So in addition to playing more with the PB&J palette, I also picked up this new, well, it's not new, but it's been around a while. This is the Revlon Color Stay foundation, and this is the 24-hour wear in the combination oily. I picked up 200 nude, so I don't know if this is going to work for me, but they finally put a pump on this, which is why I haven't purchased it. I bought one when I first started doing makeup, and I just couldn't deal with it not having a pump. It was too light, so I'm going to see if this shade works, and I think they did reformulate it. So we'll see how that works out today as well in my test and Get Ready With Me video. So if you want to see what happens, just stay tuned.
So guys, we're going to start out with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist, and I'm just going to prime my face with it and spray it all over, and then I kind of try to let it sink in for a little bit because it does take a little bit to dry. And then once that's ready, I'm going to start with my Revlon Color Stay Combination to Oily. I'm in the shade 200 Nude Foundation, and I really am excited about this foundation. It has been reformulated. I'm going to take my 116 BH Cosmetics brush to kind of blend this in, but it's been reformulated, and it's also got the pump on it now, which is really great. It makes it just really easier to use than it was in the past. And I was worried that this shade might be a little bit too dark for me, but I actually think it's the perfect shade, so I'm glad I tried it out. And so I'm just going to go ahead and buff it in with my BH brush. And once I kind of did this first layer, I'll be honest, I'll give a close-up in a minute, but I just wanted to do another layer. You can still see some of my freckles on the top of my face. So I went in with another pump of this foundation. Again, I'm just going to be dotting it on my face and then taking my brush and buffing it in. But it's a very buildable foundation. It's got a very matte finish, and it has a very, very long-lasting effect. So that's what I really like about it. Then I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Posing in the Nude, basically highlighting in concealer pen. I like to use this under my eyes because it doesn't crease, and I'm going to use my 115 BH Cosmetics brush to blend this under my eyes and then kind of blend it up. And this is a great coverage, I think, for under eye concealing. And it also doesn't crease, which I think is really important with under eye concealer. It's got good coverage, but it's not too thick. Then I'm going in with my MAC paint pot called Painterly. I love this for priming my eyelids. It does a good job of kind of covering up that discoloration and also giving a good base for my eyeshadow to stay all day. And then for this look, we're going to be doing the rich and creamy look. So this is kind of the instructions that they give you. I'm going to try to follow this to the best of my ability. And so we're going to take the shade Bananas, which is just this kind of yellowy gold shimmer. And the first thing we're going to do is kind of put this all over the very, very top brow bone area. And so I'm just continuing to pack this on, and then I'm also going to put it in my inner corner and then connect it to that top brow bone shade. And I sped up the other one, but we're going to do the same thing on the other eye as well. This is a really pretty shade. It's actually pretty pigmented, so I just kind of packed this on. Then we're going to be taking the Peanut Brittle shade. This is a beautiful kind of shimmery orange, warm brown, and this is just going to go in the crease. So I took a really tiny brush to kind of put it there, and I'm just continuing to kind of build up the color and also blend it into the crease. This is a really pigmented shade, so this one I really like. Then again, we'll do the same thing on the other eye, and I sped this up just so that we're not here all day. But again, it's a really pretty shade, very, very bright, just needs a lot of blending. Then I'm going to be taking a new brush from Wet n Wild. This is their smudge brush. These are like $1.99 or 99 cents. And I'm just going to be taking that shade and continuing to put it on my lower lash line and then bringing it right back up to connect it to the top lash line. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. These brushes are okay. I wouldn't say they're the best brushes out there, but for the price, if you're kind of a beginner or just needing something, they're really, really nice for the price. Then I'm going to be taking another Wet n Wild brush. This is the small shader brush. And again, these are like really, really cheap. And I'm going to be going in with the shade Jammin'. Now this is the only shade that kind of disappointed me a little bit. It's not as pigmented. You have to really pack it on and build it up. So I'm going into the inner corner with this, and I'm trying to leave a space in the middle of the eye, so it'll be in the inner corner and then on the outer corner. But again, I had a challenge really kind of building this shade up. I felt like out of all of the shades in the palette, this one was probably my least favorite shade. It looks great once it's built up, but it's just not very pigmented on the first swipe. And you'll see that I just try to continuously build up this shade so that it looks nice and pigmented on the eye, as well as the inner portion as well. Then we're going in with another Wet n Wild brush. This is the eyeliner brush, and I'm going to be taking this in the Jammin' shade and just putting this on my lower lash line. I'm only going to take this about halfway, not all the way across. And again, I'm having to just build it up because again, that pigment is just not where I would like it to be. And then we're going to be taking a blending brush and just going in and trying to smooth out all of these colors so that they flow into each one and looks a little bit more natural. And again, that's the key to this look, is just a lot of blending to get them looking smooth. And then the same on the other eye as well, just going in and blending. So then we're going to be going back with the shade Bananas. I'm going to actually put this on my finger because it's really pigmented and just put it right in the middle of your eyelid. I think it gives a nice pop of color. This is a really, really gorgeous shade. And then back to blending, going in and again blending everything out one more time before we finish with the eye color. And then for cleanup, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild highlighting and concealer pen, and I'm taking my brush and just kind of giving it a very nice sharp line and blending out underneath. I think this really cleans up the look and makes it look really nice. Then for my gel liner, we're going to be using a shade from ColourPop. This is called Overboard. I think this is a really pretty bronzy brown shade, and it kind of goes really well with this look. So I'm just going to be putting this in my waterline on both of my eyes. And that's what the eyes look once we are done. And then we're going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Felt Tip eyeliner pen, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. This is one of my favorite eyeliner pens. I think it's a really affordable drugstore option. It's got a very, very deep pigment, even though it's dark brown. To me, it almost looks black, but it stays all day once you put this on, and it will not move. So I'm going to be just putting this on both of my eyes, and it's, like I said, one of my favorites. And it also doesn't dry out. That's one thing that I've been really impressed with. Normally cheap eyeliner pens will dry out over time. This has been going strong. Then I'm going to be taking my Benefit Roller Lash. This is a mascara that I got in my Sephora Paint It Pink set, and I've been pretty much using this the last few weeks. I really like it for lengthening. I think it gives a nice dark tint to your lashes, but it doesn't look too out there. I feel like it's really nice for work. Then I'm going to be going in with my Mega Length mascara from Wet n Wild. This is my one that I always use for my lower lash line. It just lengthens them and gives them a nice dark shade, and I think it looks really, really perfect. It really puts together an eye look. I love that long wand. And then that's what it looks like once all of the eyes are done. Then we're going to be working on the brows. I'm going to be taking my Essence Make Me Brow Gel Mascara, and this is really great for just filling in gaps, for darkening your eyebrows, or just like putting them, like setting them. It's got some fibers in there, so it's a really, really nice, cheap, affordable option for eyebrow mascara. Then I'm going to be taking my Kate by Rimmel basically lip balm. This is in the shade 01 Clear, and I just use this as a lip primer before I do any lipstick during the day. I really like it. It's good moisturizer. And then I'm using my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder with my 113 BH Cosmetics powder brush. And this is just my favorite everyday powder to set my foundation. Kind of blurs imperfections and helps keep my foundation staying all day long as well. So I'm just going to be putting this all over my face. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be taking my Hoola by Benefit. This is a really nice dark shade, so you have to be careful. And I'm going to also be taking my contour brush from Wet n Wild. This is a really perfect brush to get into the hollows of my cheeks. And again, you can see that Hoola is pigmented, so you definitely have to be careful. Use a light hand when you're using it. But in addition to putting it there, I'm also going to be putting it on the temples of my cheeks, or temples of my face, and then also from underneath my jaw and down my neck as well, just to bronze and give me a little bit more color. Then for blush, we're taking the Benefit Dandelion Mini Blush, and this is a very light pink shade, so you really have to build it up when you're using it, but I think it's kind of got a nice flush to the cheeks. And again, I'm just taking that same Wet n Wild contour brush to do this because it fits into that little mini box really well. And again, this is like a $1.99 brush. Then for lipstick, I'm taking my Creamy Matte from Maybelline. This is in the shade Vibrant Violet. So I figured we needed some jelly for this look. So this is going to be the jelly portion. These are amazing lipsticks. Any of these Creamy Mattes are really good. I just think that this is a really pretty purple. And you guys seem to really like it too in some of my last videos that I had this on. So guys, that's an up-close look of the finished product. What do you think?
So guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. It turned out much better than I thought. I was a little bit worried going into it with all those dark colors, but this is a lot of fun. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!